Hello students. So today we will discuss about the topics degrees of freedom, ratio of specific heat of gases, specific heat at constant volume, and specific heat at constant pressure. These are the topics of discussion of today's lecture. So first of all, I'm starting with degrees of freedom. So what is degree of freedom? Degree of freedom is the number of independent ways a molecule a molecule can a molecule can possess a molecule can possess energy. So degrees of freedom is the number of independent ways a molecule can possess energy. If I take an example, I take monoatomic molecule. So if I take a monatomic molecule, then it can have translation. So this translation has 3 degrees of freedom along x direction, along y direction, and along z direction. It can have kinetic energy along x, y, and z. So there are 3 degrees of freedom of translation. Rotation, it has 0 degrees of freedom. Oscillation, it has 0 degrees of freedom. If you add the total degrees of freedom of a monoatomic molecule is 3. If I take a diatomic molecule, so the diatomic molecule, it has are at 3 degrees of freedom for translation. For rotation, it has only 2 degrees of freedom. For example, both the atoms are on the same straight line. For example, both the atoms lie on x-axis. So it can rotate about y-axis and z-axis. So it has 2 degrees of freedom of rotation. If we talk about oscillation, it will have 0 degrees of freedom at room temperature because oscillation starts at very high temperature. So the total degrees of freedom of a diatomic molecule in general is 5. So there is a special case. There is a special case that we have CO, the carbon monoxide molecule. It start oscillating at moderate temperatures. So in case of the carbon monoxide, for translation, it has 3 degrees of freedom. For rotation, it has 2 degrees of freedom. And for oscillation, it has 2 degrees of freedom. In case of oscillation, in one oscillation, there are 2 degrees of freedom. One is of kinetic energy, second is of the potential energy. So total it has 7 degrees of freedom. So now the next point is, if we discuss about the molecules which are the polyatomic. So in case of a polyatomic molecule, which is non-planar, it means it do not lie in a straight line. It is a non-linear. Its better term is the polyatomic molecule which is non-linear. For translation, it will have 3 degrees of freedom. For rotation, as it is non-linear, it can rotate about x-axis, y-axis as well as z-axis. It will have 3 degrees of freedom. So the total is 6. If there is a polyatomic linear molecule, for example, acetylene, it is HC triple bond CH. It is a linear molecule. In this case, for translation, it has 3 degrees of freedom. As it is a linear molecule, for rotation, it will have 2 degrees of freedom. So the total is 5. So now the next point is ratio of specific heat of gases. The point is how to directly calculate ratio of specific heat of gases. So gamma, if I write down about gamma ratio, it is Cp by Cv. Cp is specific heat at constant pressure, Cv is the specific heat at constant volume. And to calculate gamma, we have a direct formula. It is 1 plus 2 by F. F is degrees of freedom. If it is a monatomic gas, the degrees of freedom is 3. What is gamma for monatomic? 1 plus 2 by 3, that is 5 by 3. If it is a diatomic, the degrees of freedom in general is 5. So the gamma of diatomic is 1 plus 2 by 5, that is 7 by 5. If there is a polyatomic, or you can say that in place of polyatomic, you can use triatomic. F is 6. What is gamma for triatomic? 1 plus 2 by 6. It will be 4 by 3. So now I am discussing about specific heat of gas at constant volume. We write it as Cv. It is heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas by 1 Kelvin when volume is constant. And if I want to calculate the value of Cv for a gas, its relation is F by 2R. F is degrees of freedom. If it is a monatomic gas, Cv is 3 by 2R because F is 3. If it is a diatomic, Cv is 5 by 2R because the degrees of freedom of a diatomic molecule are 5. If it is triatomic, Cv is 6 by 2R, that is 3R, because degrees of freedom of the triatomic are 6. Now I'm discussing about specific heat of gas at constant pressure. Cp. It is heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas. Heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of gas by 1 Kelvin at constant pressure. Actually, we know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. So Cp is Cv plus R. If it is monatomic gas, Cv we have already calculated 3 by 2 R plus R, 5 by 2 R. For a diatomic, Cp is, the value of Cv is 5 by 2 R, then plus R, 7 by 2 R. For triatomic, Cp is 3R plus R equal to 4R. So to calculate gamma, I can also use the relation Cp by Cv. If I want to find value of gamma for monoatomic, so I will put value of Cp for monatomic as 5 by 2 R. Cv for monatomic is equal to 3 by 2 R. Now R is cancelled, 2 is cancelled with 2. Answer will be 5 by 3. If it is a diatomic gas, the value of Cp is 7 by 2 R. We have calculated just now. Cv is 5 by 2 R. Value of gamma is 7 by 5. If it is triatomic, so value of Cp is 4R, Cv is 3R, answer is 4 by 3. So now the next point is Cp, Cv and gamma for a mixture of gases. Suppose I have N1 is the number of moles of a gas 1. Cv1 is specific heat at constant volume for gas 1. N2 number of moles of gas 2. Cv2 specific heat at constant volume for gas 2. So then Cv for the mixture of gases will be N1 Cv1 N2 Cv2 upon N1 plus N2. So from this I can also calculate the value of gamma for mixture of gases. Now we know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. I am dividing both sides by Cv. Cp by Cv minus 1 is R by Cv. What is Cp by Cv? It is gamma. Minus 1 is R by Cv. Implies Cv is equal to R upon gamma minus 1. Cv is equal to R upon gamma minus 1. And we know that Cp by Cv is gamma, implies Cp is gamma times Cv, implies Cp is gamma R upon gamma minus 1. Now Cv is the gamma for the mixture of gases. So here from equation 1, I can say that N1 plus N2 into Cv is N1 Cv1 plus N2 Cv2. What is Cv? R upon gamma minus 1. What is Cv1? R upon gamma 1 minus 1. What is Cv2? R upon gamma 2 minus 1. R can be cancelled from both the sides. It is N1 plus N2 upon gamma minus 1 is N1 upon gamma 1 minus 1 plus N2 upon gamma 2 minus 1. So this is the final result I am going to get. Actually, on using this relation, I can calculate specific heat, ratio of specific heat of a mixture of gases. This gamma is ratio of specific heat of mixture of gases, and this formula is for Cv for a mixture of gases. Similarly, we can write down a formula for Cp or the mixture of gases. Cp will be N1 Cp1 plus N2 Cp2 upon N1 plus N2. Now I will explain how to solve the questions. This is equation number 4 and this is equation number 5. How to attempt questions. Now we are given 5 moles of hydrogen and actually 10 moles of oxygen. We have to find the Cv for the mixture of gases. Cv is N1, Cv1, N2, Cv2 upon N1 plus N2. Now, both the gases are diatomic. Now both the gases are diatomic. So if both the gases are you can the diatomic, Cv1 is equal to Cv2. What is Cv? N1. You can in place of Cv1 you write down Cv1. Cv2 you can write down Cv1 because they are equal upon N1 plus N2. Cv1 can be taken outside. So answer is, if both are diatomic, answer will remain same. I'm changing the question. You take 5 moles of helium and 10 moles of oxygen. Here I want to find Cv. N1 Cv1, N2 Cv2 upon N1 plus N2. 5 moles of helium. N1 is 5 and the value of Cv is 3 by 2R. Then 10 moles of oxygen, 10, value of Cv is 5 by 2r upon n1 plus m2, 5 plus 10. It is 15, 5 into 3, 15, 15 plus 50, 65 by 2r upon 15. Now you can write it as it is cancelled by 5. It is like 13 by 6r. Value of CV is 13 by 6r. If I want to calculate CP, it is CV plus R, 13 by 6R plus R, 19 by 6R. If I calculate the value of gamma, what is gamma? CP by CV, 19 by 6R upon 13 by 6R. So gamma will be 19 by 30. In this case, I can calculate gamma directly also. Now we are given 5 moles of helium and 10 moles of oxygen. We have 5 moles of helium and 10 moles of oxygen. N1 plus N2 upon gamma minus 1, N1 upon gamma 1 minus 1 plus N2 upon gamma 2 minus 1. What is N1 plus M2? 5 plus 10 upon gamma minus 1. What is N1? 5. Value of gamma 1 for helium. Helium, it is 1 plus 2 by 5 is gamma. So degrees of freedom are 3. So it will be 5 by 3 minus 1. Oxygen, we have 10 moles. And how many degrees of freedom are there? 5. So it will be 7 by 5 minus 1. 5 plus 10 is 15 upon gamma minus 1. 5 upon 2 by 3 plus 10 upon 2 by 5. 15. So you can say that you can cancel it. You can divide by 5, 2. Here I am left with 3. So 3 upon gamma minus 1. This 3 can be taken in the numerator, 3 by 2, plus 5 taken in the numerator, 10 by 2. Now I want to solve it further. 3 upon gamma minus 1. Now this 2 is cancelled with time and left with 5. So you can say 3 upon gamma minus 1, 3 by 2 plus 5 is 13 by 2. What is gamma minus 1? 6 by 13. What is gamma? 1 plus 6 by 13, 19 by 13. Wait for my next lecture. And you subscribe to my channel, Physics Advice. So I'm constantly updating. I'm adding new questions, new methods, new techniques, trying to simplify the things. So you will be getting the notifications whenever I will upload a new lecture. Okay, bye-bye.